I'm so sorry. This isn't what I wanted to talk to you about tonight, and I know that a girl in a tiara isn't going to get a lot of sympathy, but something's happened and it's just so awful, and I don't know if you're going to hear about it, discretion in the court not being what it was, but I'd rather you heard about it from me. So, as you well know, this weekend was my Uncle the King's birthday, and as heiress presumptive, I was expected to attend, but Mama, being Mama, was very cagey about whether or not we would go. And in the end, she said yes, and we went out to Windsor, and it was all going as well as could be expected. There were comments, there always are. But I was seated next to Lord Melbourne, our Prime Minister, and I know people think of him as just, the dashing figure that he was in his youth with his mad, scandalous wife. But, she's dead and he's really quite grandfatherly now. Anyway, he was explaining to me about the elections that will be next year. And it's all very interesting, and I've got complete confidence that he'll retain power. He's just so good and wise and kind. And then my uncles, after we had drunk his good health, stood to give my good health. And instead of something nice and simple and appropriate, he launched into a tirade against Mama about how there was a plot to keep me away from him, and of course he's right. Obviously he's right. There's very much a plot to do exactly that. But he doesn't seem to understand that by saying so, loudly, angrily, and in full view of everyone of great importance in the entire country, he's going to get exactly the opposite of what he wants. He's going to make it worse. He's now going to see even less of me. And it's so mortifying. I understand that as heiress presumptive, people have an interest in my education, my king especially. But this is a family matter, and it should not be aired in public. Quietly, discreetly, with yelling done behind closed doors. Not at an official state function. Anyway, the really awful part, the worst part, is that I burst into tears, which is absolutely not how I should have acted. And I know this because Uncle Leopold gave me a very instructive book about our late Queen Anne, who was, bless her, a deeply unhappy woman and not a very good queen. So I started crying, and everyone saw. This is perhaps the worst night of my life. I suppose the night my father died, but I was 9 months old, I don't remember. And the absolute worst bit, aside from everyone seeing, is that this is absolutely not how my uncle usually behaves. It's so disloyal to say so, but he behaved in a very unkingly manner, and it's so unlike him. And I don't know if maybe he's feeling his age, or he's unwell. I mean, he's 70 this year, so it's perfectly reasonable that he would be unwell, and, I'm not 18 yet, and... Oh, God. Oh. Wait 1 minute, please. So, I have a few more minutes before they notice I'm not where I'm supposed to be, so I thought I would take the opportunity to answer a question from comments. Someone asked about the system that Mama and the monster developed. Well, it's called the Kensington system. Staggering originality there. And it means that I'm never to be alone. I sleep in the same room as Mama. I must have my hand held if I go up or down the stairs. I'm not allowed to be around anyone who is unsuitable, by which they mean anyone who does not have a title. I'm not supposed to read the popular novels, and on and on and on like that. And my education might be questionable, but I'm not stupid. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make me weak, trying to make me dependent on them, so that when I am queen and they don't matter anymore, I'll go running back to them so they do matter. Well, I will never be so feeble, so they're in for rather disappointment, aren't they? Needless to say, my uncle does not approve. It's not so very long now until my birthday. I think we can make it. I think we can all make it. Until next time.